This is my first video on the channel. I'm very pleased that you are watching. There are going to be many more to come. The purpose of my channel is to help you learn this awesome tool called FL Studio. Even if you're not a musician or a songwriter, I believe anyone can learn to use this and learn to create beautiful music. So in this first video, I just want to show you some basics of getting started with FL Studio. I'm using FL Studio 21, the producer edition. That is the current the newest version. So if you are just getting FL Studio, you'll probably end up using FL Studio 21. If you have an older version, things are going to work pretty much the same. So we've got FL Studio open by default. It'll come up with a channel rack that includes these four items, different 808 percussion instruments. I like to start with a empty channel, and let's do that by going to File, New from Template, and Empty. Okay, so right now we basically don't have any instruments in here. Honestly, I haven't played with Sampler, not sure what that does, but what we're going to do is we are going to go pick an instrument, and you do that by looking under packs. So by default, in FL Studio, your instruments are going to show up under a folder called packs. I'll go into instruments, and for sake of simplicity here, I'm going to add a string section. Now I can do that by dragging and dropping it over the sampler, or if I go above or below it, you can see how it highlights and it'll come in above or below. So that's how I put in a string section. Now I'm going to assign it to a mixer track, which is what this box to the left of the instrument name is all about. I'll put it on 7. If I go to the mixer by clicking on the mixer icon here, it's got the two mixer slider icons, and hit Control L, your string section will get assigned to that channel. So from there, you can add effects, you can adjust volume, you can send it channel left, channel right. We'll just leave it in the middle channel. I'm just going to add, for the heck of it, some reverb. But there's lots of other effects. So far we've got a instrument in the channel rack. Now to create music, we're going to have to build some chords or notes. To do that, go to piano roll. Click on piano roll. It's the second icon in here from the left after the pattern box. And let's just do a simple C chord. I'm going to do 8 bars here. Just like this, with the high C. And then when you play that, you can hear we've got a C chord. Now that's pretty fast. The beats per minute is determined in this box up here where you see my cursor now. 140 is pretty fast. Let's slow that down to 90 beats per minute. Now just having one chord is a little boring. Let's create another chord. I'm going to use the selector tool up top here, that little thing that looks like a kind of a box, a square. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to do Control C to copy, then Control B as in boy. And what that does is creates the next set of bars over. Now with those still selected, I'm going to grab the little pencil tool and move this down to the G chord position. So these are simple major chords. We have now a C and a G. To unselect any item that you have selected with the selector tool, just make sure the selector tool is highlighted and click any empty space in the piano roll. Now if I play this pattern, you can hear a couple of chords and it's slowed down. Now, you saw that, let me play that again. You see how this keeps running out here? That's because this pattern section is quite long. You can zoom in by going up here to this, I don't know exactly what to call it, but it's kind of a view of the length of your pattern, and you can zoom in or zoom out by adjusting the length of that, which is useful for a number of things, and I'll show you that in later videos. So let's just shrink that down, play this now. You see it doesn't keep going, it loops back more quickly. Now, to create a song, you have to have one or more patterns, which we just created one. If you want to rename and color this, which is a good idea, we'll just call it strings. And we'll pick a color we like here and click the check mark. Accept and the check mark. And then with the pattern highlighted, I can just go over here to the playlist and drop in strings. I can also, you see here, is a bunch of empty space. I'm going to just clean that up, and then I'm going to copy this over and then move it so it all lines up nicely. So now, this in effect is kind of a very simple song. We created one simple pattern and copied it. Now if I click on song up here and then hit play, you'll hear the entire song play. So that is a very quick and easy way to create music. We first started by using an empty template. We went file, new from template, empty. Then we added an instrument to the channel track. In this case, we used string section that was under the packs folder under instruments. And we found that and dragged that up there into the channel rack. Then we created some music by adding notes to make up some chords. We put the pattern resulting from those chords into the playlist, and then I showed you how to replicate that to make a little longer song. And now you have a song. Very simple one, but a song. We also looked at how to change the beats per minute through this menu up here. And so that's it. That's a very quick way to get started. Of course, if you like your work, want to save it, you would use File Save. I won't go into that. But if you like what I've done here, please like and subscribe. There's going to be a lot more videos. All of them are going to be very short and to the point, show you some useful things that you can put to work right away. So please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching the video.